Hi friends, it's Sheila Hall of Peel the Onion Enterprises on live again. I'm here again trying to give you some little nuggets that will help you women who are 40 and over to get through this season. Maybe try to understand a little bit about what's going on with our bodies and why it's going on. One of the things that goes on a lot is stress. You might find that your eating habits have changed, or feeling like, it goes with your moods, whether you're depressed or stressed or whatever. And it's all have to do with hormones. So I wanted to point out something that you might even not have noticed, and maybe now you will notice. And after I tell you this, I really want you to go deeper with it and try to find the other layer that's on top of that layer, because in the Black Tent, not here on Facebook, we go in a little deeper into this issue, and it all has to do with our moods, our emotions, our feelings. But did you know that every food corresponds to a mood? When your cravings are out of control, it's because you want to feel more energetic or more happier or more relaxed. But your cravings are for food that would produce that desired effect. And so now, sorry about that. Hunger and cravings are two different things. You're hungry and you want something, you go and eat it until you're full, and then you forget about it, put it away or whatever. But cravings are actually, you just can't stop. You pick it up without even thinking about it. You just go on and just be eating it without even thinking about it, and don't even realize how much you've eaten. And you probably never get full eating it as long as you are in that mood. So like every food has like minerals and amino acids and textures and smells and other mood and energy enhancing properties. So a lot of them are stimulants that are used for like depressants, and some even activate the pleasure center in our brains. So the crazy thing is when they make certain medicines, it's basically the same. It gives you the same effect if you was to eat that food. Instead of taking that medicine, you could probably eat that food if you knew what the trigger was. And it's like, this is what really gets me, how so many doctors, they're willing to just throw all these medications at you, and instead of having you deal with it naturally, kind of. So like, you can get that food to help with that mood, but the key is to understand why you're in that mood and to try and figure that part out, instead of just popping medications and just being like la-di-da, nothing's going on, when the trigger is still there and will always be there. So for instance, like if you let's just take chocolate. We all know that chocolate is a feel-good chemical, feel-good kind of thing, makes you feel good, aphrodisiac. But chocolate has a chemical in it, and I can't say the whole name because I'll just mess it up. I'm just going to say that the letters is PEA. And PEA is the same ingredient that they have in ecstasy. And if you eat like cocoa chocolate, and so it's even people who have cocoa parties to get a buzz. They like eat tons of it because it's really, really high in that chemical, and it's the same one that they use into the drug. So instead of taking the drug, they eat the chocolate. Okay, can't get mad with that. They probably got a lot of facial breakout things going on there, but anyway. So I wanted to address the issue of salty salt. If you crave salt and crunchy stuff, chips, popcorn, things like that, you eat it, you eat it, you eat it. I mean, it's one thing to like have a bag of chips or a couple chips here and there, but I'm talking about the actual obsession of eating salty or crunchy things. Actually, craving salty foods is like a sign of your adrenal weakness, your adrenal being weak, and which is a byproduct of stress. Stress and anger and anxiety. That's when our cortisol levels are raised. Now, cortisol levels works with the adrenals. And remember, I think probably last week or the week before, I shared with you about working out, getting that cortisol level up, and that's like when you reach that burn, the high point. And once you reach over that threshold, how it starts eating away at your muscles instead of the fat. So in order to smooth that out, I was like, add peppermint, drink peppermint in your water. Mint. Remember yesterday day before yesterday I talked about mint cooling us off when we get those hot flashes. We get stressed out. I mean, this is like, whoo, Lord. You know, that level is starting to rise, and mint helps you cool off. Go figure that one good way to help your adrenals is to incorporate some mint, peppermint, or mint into your life. And that would help with the stress, try to calm you down with the stress. But the key is to actually, and what I want you to do is start even carrying around a journal or a notebook or something, to start writing down what's triggering that. When you find yourself grabbing for something salty or some chips or some popcorn or something, just eating it, try to snap back and say, what happened? What caused me to grab this? Try to think about even something that maybe happened that day, because you might even had a delayed response to that. And it's usually something that's stressing you out, it's angering you. And the problem is, it's not just that one thing. It's something in you that's been in you for a minute, and it's steadily eating away. You're starting to hurt your adrenals. Your adrenals are starting to malfunction, which is not a good thing. We don't want that to happen. So you really need to zoom in on that thing, that trigger is causing you to grab those chips and popcorn. All right, so anyway, let me know what you think about this broadcast. Let me know if you have any questions, if something you might be craving, but I'm going to have another one for you tomorrow. So I will be back then. Talk to you later. Peace.